keep them engaged. So the moment you've got your bosses and your team members active on the digital front, keep them engaged with regular updates, keep them engaged with your conversion rates, keep them engaged with activities, keep them engaged with uploads and so on and so forth. That keeps the buzz. Otherwise, very often, because of the entire generation gap, this entire initiative can actually fall. That's the way we are driving it at our end. I must also share that we have kept a budget every quarter wherein our young members in the team actually are allowed to experiment with new initiatives on the digital front. Be it an application on the Facebook, which didn't work very well for us around 8 months ago, or be it other initiatives in terms of loading up software and even in terms of virals. But the point is that we actually believe in this, and we are driving very actively to make this our entire, I would say, center point of communication plans. I think I've got only 4 more minutes. The way we see 2009 is that we are, again, as I said earlier, making it a very active CRM tool and not just a lead generation tool. Because in our activity, we can actually engage the customer right from a 2.66 lakhs to a 20 plus lakh vehicle. Second, we are getting very much active into video advertising, and that's I think the year also to, I would say, bloom up altogether. Ad serving and analytics, again a key element. We have some issues there as clients, but I'm sure that there'll be much more learned audience over here, as well as my panel members who can talk about it. But we are pretty much interested in looking at the Google Analytics and so on and so forth. 3G, very much active, but yet to take off in India. We are hopeful that what we get to see over here. But personally, we don't believe that till 2010, September, October, this will be a much active force in India. So we are going slow, although we were very active initiatives last year on 3G. And again, contextual will continue to be the focus, but more importantly for any of the traditional brick and mortar companies and for companies who are looking at clients base to increase, look at engaging the top brass, look at engaging the front end on digital. That is, I'm going to tell you honestly, that is your mantra for success. We don't understand technology that well, I must confess. Before we can grasp what 1.0 or 2.0 is, it changes. So the intention for all of you looking at marketing to us, the entire activity on the web, keep it simple, keep it absolutely basic, show us the returns, show us the benefits, and that's the way we should go with it. The last plea I have as a marketer is that we really need to improve on the creatives on the digital front. You know, we really don't have yet great creative minds coming on digital. So you do have a Prasoon or you do have a Piyush on the traditional advertising forum. Again, there are big awards in terms of print and television, etc. I don't see many of great creative guys saying, I must do this on digital. Yes, there are these individual niches, but not mainstream as yet. So the plea I've always had in any digital forum is it needs to have more money. There is less money, and I think some of the marketers, that's like a trap for most marketers. We look at it from a low cost and high return, but the point is if the money is low, you get less people into it from a creative aspect, and that is going to be a big challenge to sustain the effectiveness in the future when you have got so many media hitting you on an online basis again. With that, I'm going to keep the floor open for any questions. Thank you.
You had a slide which you rushed through it as to how it works. That would be interesting to know how that formula works.
Which formula, ma'am? Sorry.
The guarantee deal.
Okay, the way that works is I'll just tell you, in fact, I'll voice it. If you as a consumer were to go to carvale.com, for example, and give your profile, that's one option. The second is you always ask for a kind of car that you are interested in buying depending on your budget, needs, and so on and so forth. Carvale then would look at assessing your lead, would put up their call center to follow up, and do an online chat with you to tilt you towards a particular brand of ours. Post that, they would then they also have our cars to arrange test drives for you, because very often when you are putting in 2.5 lakhs and above, it's very important to touch, feel, try the product. And they arrange that, and eventually our role comes only towards the end, which is the delivery to the customer. So as Chevrolet operations in India, for us it's a guaranteed return deal with carvale.com. We don't spend time and energy in terms of tracking the lead, following up, test drive, and so on and so forth. So to one extent you could say it's more like a virtual showroom for us, and but we're not putting any money behind that.
So you pay them?
Yes, we do have a deal in terms of closures and not in terms of lead generation. Traditionally, if you look at, most people look at giving money for leads, qualified leads, overall leads, and so on and so forth. We don't give money for leads, we give money for closures.
Any other question?
How much did it cost you for Yahoo advertisement? The car driving in and out?
Okay, to be honest with you, I will not be able to recall that number. It was done in Q4 last year. But I can tell you one figure. In 2007, at Chevrolet in India, we were spending less than 1% of our marketing budget on digital. In 2008, we spent close to 4.5% of our budget on digital. 2009, we are almost in double digits of our budget in digital. So we are, I would say, putting our investments by jumping there, in fact, every year, from under 1 to 4.5 to almost 10 this year, and we're looking at increasing. So, but we are putting in money behind digital very actively.